Hello Cricuters, welcome to Cricketing with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and I just want to say welcome to my channel. If you are here for the first time, I'm happy to have you, happy to see you, happy for you to see me. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to the channel. In today's tutorial, I will show you how to use your Cricut Maker along with a knife blade and some basswood to make a wooden name puzzle. This is the one that my daughter created, and follow along with me in this tutorial to see how to make one just like it. Okay, in order to make the project that I just showed you, the wood puzzle that I just showed you, you will need a few things. For this project, you will need the Cricut Maker. Your Explore Air 2 is not capable of cutting with the knife blade, so you'll need the knife blade, and it's the one that looks like this. You'll need basswood. I've also heard that you could cut balsa wood. I haven't tried that one yet, but this is basswood. I'll put a link to this to the description, a link to purchase this in the description box. You'll need the purple strong grip mat. I do have the Cricut brand, but I also have an off brand that I purchased from Amazon, which works equally as well. You will need some kind of tape to tape the wood to the purple strong grip mat, because you don't want your wood. What is mud? You don't want your wood to move around, so you'll tape it down. I don't have painter's tape, but masking tape works. My daughter has decided that she wanted to paint hers after we finish, so she's fancy. I'm not fancy. She's fancy. She is going to use acrylic paint to paint her letters after she finished the project after she finished the project, and some glue to glue the wood letters together, and then also Mod Podge. Some people call this Mod Podge, but that doesn't actually exist. This is called Mod Podge. So she uses Mod Podge to just put a seal on top of the letters after she finished. So I've shown you what the final product will look like, but let's head on over to Cricut Design Space to see the process for getting this completed product. Okay, I'm in Cricut Design Space. I've chosen my maker, and what you'll need to do first, or one of the things you probably should do if you haven't ever cut wood before, any kind of wood, basswood or balsa wood, is make sure that you have your custom materials properly set up. Now, if you're using the Cricut Maker, which is what you'll need for sure, the materials have already been set up. So if you look in here and manage custom materials, you have the option to cut basswood at 1.6 millimeters. It'll tell you that the cut pressure is 750 and it's 14 times. So that means it'll take 14 passes and you'll use the knife blade. If you're using a different size basswood than the one that I have referenced in the description box, there's a thinner one that is half the size, so it's 0.8 millimeters, and it's a cut pressure of 381, and it takes 18 passes to get through it. Now, when I cut basswood before, I didn't need 14 passes. 9 passes was enough. Okay, so the next thing you'll want to do after you've established that your materials are set up properly is you will go to the images within Cricut Design Space, and remember I said I don't choose any images that are that cost money. So you'll look for a rectangle. Okay, and the one that I've chosen, I like the one that has the rounded edges, but this is one option. This one is free. If you want to use one that has a different size, that's totally up to you, but for the one that I'm using for this video, I've chosen this one, and it's free. And I'm going to insert it. Okay, my view is on 50%. Of course, I can make it bigger if I wanted to. 75% is perfect. It's fine for this project. Okay, I do want the size of my wood puzzle for my daughter to be 8 by 5. Now 8 by 5 wouldn't really match it wouldn't keep the ratio, but remember, all I have to do is unlock it. I can unlock it here, and it automatically will unlock it up here, or I could just unlock it here. So I'm going to change this to 8, and I'm going to change my height to 5. Okay, you don't want to go anything above 11 inches because your purple mat, it's gonna be a lot of pressure already on the basswood, and I don't even like to play with it and get close to 11 inches. So 8 by 5 is a perfect size for me. I am going to change the color of this. I think I'll just use I don't like that. I think I'll just use this color, and I am going to duplicate this because I'm actually going to cut 2 pieces of wood, and I'll show you how and why I'm doing that. Now remember, my daughter's name is Madison, and the font that I'm going to use for this project is Cena. So I'll type it in, and I had already selected Cena before I started this video, and the size that I want to use. Now you could kind of play with the sizing, but I already really know what size I want to use for this. It's over. That's actually kind of cute too. 6.6 by 3.2. Let me see if I really do like that. So once I've chosen this, I could align it and center it, and I think I like it. I like it better than I thought I would. And since both are selected, her name and the wood is selected. Next, what I want to do with the font is make it bold. Okay, I think it already is bold. Perfect. Let me take it off of bold. Okay, and I'll tell you why I want to do that. So right now I have her name and it's not bold. I am going to duplicate it and just move it over here, and I'm going to put it back in here. Make sure it's centered. Okay, and I'm going to make this bold. Okay, because I want these letters to be a little bit bigger than those. Okay, so I'm going to select both. I'm going to slice this out. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of all of this because I don't need this, and I don't need this either. Okay, so this is going to be one piece of wood that I'm going to cut out. This is going to be the bottom layer. I'm going to take her name and I'm going to duplicate it again, because the way I do my wood puzzles is that I use 2 of each letter and I glue them together to make the pieces thicker so that they fit inside this bolded outline. So have her name here twice, and to me it just makes more sense to attach these. Okay, so what I'm going to do is change the color of this so it will kind of prompt me to use a different mat. I don't want this to recognize that I can put this all on one mat. I want to use actually 3 different mats for this. So let me see if that helps it out a little bit. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, I rearranged the wood on my mat so that it'll cut this way and not even get close to the edges over here. When you see that I start to load my Cricut Maker, you'll see that my star wheels are all the way over to the right. You'll see it in the machine. But the first thing I'll do is I change the placement of my 3 mats, and I am getting ready to put the tape on and I'll load it. Okay, I have the first layer cut out, which was the piece that had her name in bold, and I have the bottom layer cut out, and the top layer is going to be glued on to the bottom layer. We're going to take the time while the letters for her name are being cut out. We're going to take the time to get this glued down. Okay, so we have all of the letters cut out from the Cricut Maker and from the basswood. And so the next thing we're going to do is glue each one of these letters together. So the M will be glued to the M, the A will be glued to the A, the D, and so on and so forth. And then once they're glued together, my daughter is going to paint them. So she painted the bottom layer white, and that is currently drying. And the next thing she's going to do is she'll work on painting the layers. I'll glue the letters together, and then we'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, so this is the final product of the wood puzzle with my daughter's name. And even though she's 17 and she already knows how to spell her name, thank God for that, she designed this. She did the painting, she did the theme of it, and she chose all the colors, and I love the way this turned out. I thought that we could use the other glue that I showed in the beginning of the video, but we ended up having to use E6000 because it worked much better with the wood. This is the 1/16 basswood. It said that it would take 14 passes, but eight passes was enough before the wood started doing something really weird. So I'll put my notes in the description about that. But if you are interested in doing a project like this, I'm sure yours will turn out just fine if you just use your Cricut Maker and the knife blade and set it to 1/16 basswood. Thanks again for joining us, and thanks for watching. Bye.